Jets Field in Landover, Maryland.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns
and the Washington football team. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there, 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked Download up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
A 3-yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw on 3rd down, Davenport. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
A gain of 18.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On the jet sweep, here's Harry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was brought down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Davenport
Able to complete this to Chenault. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
13-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be out of bounds. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Washington 0.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback taken.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Derrick Henry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Davenport. He's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 31-yard line.
And the Browns 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He's 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
On first down, it's Henry, and he'll take this one down near the 15.
Derrick Henry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Davenport. Eluding the pressure right. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Makes the score Brown.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he comes back with one complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Cleveland.
Throwing on 1st down, Davenport. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 31. Watch the whip. Undercut.
They'll run with Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
Field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Do it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Leonard Fournette, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. They'll roll him out right.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off down at the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And some space here. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Henry, the ball carrier.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Gain of a yard.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Makes the score Browns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
With the score, Browns 28, Washington nothing.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 21.
And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they'll get this down to the 10. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Back to throw again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Max Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Off for the point after is Randy Bullock. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Browns 28, Washington 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Max Williams, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
They begin with Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And the Browns first down.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Browns on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 24-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. They'll run on first down. Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Brought down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Cleveland taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out in the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
For Terry McLaurin.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. That's caught inside the 20. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Gotta do better. Come on.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Oh,
the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
The 2-yard line.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
35. Washington 14.